Now, onto our survey. So, we asked the readers, how would you say the telecoms industry has performed over the past 12 months when it comes to customer experience? So this is all respondents again, so vendors, operators, everyone in the industry. 51% said it has improved, 35% said it stayed the same, and 14% had said it got worse. I think as we saw from the Institute of Customer Service research, I mean, they're broadly right. I mean, it is getting better, it has improved. The problem is it's still not, as we said, as good as other industries. Just to point on that, if we strip out the operator-only responses, it goes up to 70% saying it's improved, and just 4% said it had got worse. Perhaps no surprise that they think they're doing a good job. Here are some quotes that came through the research, what some of the people said. On the one hand, customer expectations are higher and the operators are not delivering. And then I think the other point, which I thought was quite interesting, was one person was talking about the external and internal clients. So saying that it's all very well, responding to what actual end customers want, but if you're not looking after internally your staff and they're not believing what you're saying and what you're doing, that's a really key point. We then asked, what do you regard as the biggest source of poor customer experience within telecoms today? Network came top. I thought it was interesting that the product and service quality of the fixed product service quality came second, billing issues third, mobile products came fourth, and the ability to cancel or exit a contract came fifth there. If we strip out the operator, answers only, exactly the same order. So no difference there, quite interesting as well. But network always regarded by the industry as the number one source. Again, a couple more quotes with regard to that particular question that came out. One guy saying, telcos do not provide the flexibility for customers to buy and use the product in a way that suits their needs. They micromanage how a product generates revenue first rather than how a customer wants to use the product. Offer great experience first and the rest will follow. One of the sort of the other options that people added to this was around change management. I thought it was quite interesting. So when products change to new ones, usually customers don't know the benefits of a new product and lose some important benefits from their old products. So again, that's sort of talking to consumers and letting them know what's happening really with what they're actually buying. Focusing down on customer service now, we ask, what do you regard as the biggest pain point for customer service? So we gave them about 6 options here. So contact center, retail store, websites, self-serve apps, and social media. No surprise, I don't think the call center by far and away regarded as the biggest pain point for customer service. If we strip out the operator results, that goes up to 67% of operators more worried than the rest of the industry as a whole about the call center. Again, just go back to what Vodafone said. They're hiring 2,000 new staff. In the UK, EE have done exactly the same as well. So call center is really kind of like the pain point there. What do you regard as the biggest customer experience challenge the industry faces currently? This is a question that we ask every year. This year, it's the same top answer every year, matching customer expectations with the quality of services delivered. That's the real kind of challenge that the industry sees. Costs came second this year. They actually came fourth last year, so people are a bit more worried about costs this year. Legacy backend systems at third, and providing a customer experience across all touch points, so that omni-channel experience up there. And finally, actually measuring customer experience as well, how to do that effectively is a key point. But year on year, these are roughly the same, and so they just kind of go maybe up and down a little bit. But those challenges still remain, the same ones we've seen for the last 6 years. again, another question we ask every year, do you think customers are willing to pay more for a better experience? This year, 71% said yes. Interestingly, this has gone up 10 percentage points on last year. And if you strip out the operator only, it's only a few percentage points lower. It's 67% of operators said they think that customers are willing to pay more for a better experience. Yet to really see that, we've seen the banking industry do it. HSBC Premier, for example. There are many other options. Haven't seen an equivalent service in telco yet, as far as I'm aware. Perhaps someone else might know different. But something again that hasn't sort of happened. But I think maybe one interesting thing to look at. A couple of quotes on that. One respondent said consumers would be willing to pay up to 20% more for a better service. But someone else said we already pay enough. And I think this is kind of a key one at the bottom there. 90% of customers would reply they are ready to pay more for a better service, but 50% of those would still choose a cheaper rate given the chance. So again, I think that's quite telling. Now, I said all the ones you've seen up to date are so everyone within the industry. The next few slides are just purely about the operators, so we deep dive into what the operators think. So we ask, how would you say customers' experience is treated within your organisation? So you see the majority there say it's integral to certain parts of the business, but not to everything. 36, so just over a third say it is integral to everything they do across all business units. But I think that's, again, the key point there is that some areas of the business are doing it, but it's not a company-wide thing. And again, I think there's a real argument there to sort of say, if you're not doing it across all the business, then you're not going to see any sort of real improvement there. So over the next 12 months, what is happening to the investment your company is dedicating to customer experience? As you can see, 77% say it's increasing. So again, they're increasingly spending more. Again, just sort of a year-on-year change there. Last year, 51% said investment was increasing. 49% said it was staying the same. There was no forecast of a decrease. So again, quite an interesting sort of change this year. Much more being invested in customer experience. And I said, go back to the Vodafone example, all the technology examples that we showed, that's where it's going. And finally, from me, we ask, so that's the investment. What is this investment being dedicated to? And we give them two options, technology or people. And as you can see there, 3/4 say it's going into technology.